Good day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan battle video. So in this video we are going to take a look at the 1000-day Goku. Well, not really. I got the 1000-day Goku. He is a login reward that you will receive upon your 1000th day. So what I thought we'd do is just basically fill out his hidden potential system and then maybe take a look at my box. Take a look at the units I have, and yeah, just really kind of talk through what it's been like for 1000 days of Dokkan. So obviously 1000 days of Dokkan is a very long time. It's about 3 years, just under 3 years of literally making sure you log into Dokkan. Some days are very short days, other days are a little bit more, especially when they release new content like SBR and things like that. I obviously originally got into Dokkan, just because it was a DBZ game. Obviously, I loved the show. I love Dragon Ball, love Dragon Ball Z. I love Dragon Ball GT. I like Dragon Ball Super. I wouldn't say it's my absolute favorite. I think it's good. I just think, they're not really trying so much with it, so to say. But anyway, I really do enjoy pretty much all Dragon Ball content. I've played Kakarot, I've played Xenoverse 2, I've got Fighters, I've got pretty much every single Dragon Ball Z game you can imagine. Legacy of Goku 2, Boo's Fury, Supersonic Warriors. Like, I've played so many different Dragon Ball Z games. Tenkaichi 2, Tenkaichi 1, and for the most part I've pretty much platinumed or completed or 100%ed them. Except for Fighters, because I suck at fighting games. But yeah, essentially I love Dragon Ball Z games. For me, most of the times they're just really fun games. They a lot of joy to play. They obviously remind me of the Dragon Ball storyline, and for most of them you just kind of get to enjoy the game. You don't have to do too much. They're not too difficult, and they're just games you can enjoy, and I think that's where Dokkan falls into that. It's nice to just pick up new units or pick up units and just see some animations and get a bit of nostalgia for the series and for the units from the series, and I think that's where Dokkan's really cool, and so I really enjoy it for that aspect. Obviously, I ended up really getting into Dokkan, the mechanics behind it and everything, but I think that's just a positive to the game. I think if it wasn't Dragon Ball Z, I don't know how much I would get into that background stuff, but it's all really quite fun to me. So for me, anyone who's a huge Dragon Ball Z fan should be playing Dokkan. It's just really, even if you take it super casually, it's just a lot of fun. Obviously, we won't be able to awaken Goku. We will need to awaken him when we get the 2000 day medals. Don't know why they did that. Obviously it's to create dedication, I guess, but it's a bit daunting to play something for 2000 days. I mean, I'd have to double the amount of logins that I've done already, which is pretty nuts if you think about it, to get a ZZA, and by then it's probably going to be outdated. So who knows, maybe they'll change it with version Z. Maybe they'll change the way the login rewards work and everything like that when we one day get the version Z update, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, so this is the Goku. He's pretty cool. He, somewhat useful. I'll probably do a video on him now that I have him, but it's a Rainbow LR. He's really good after his EZA, but he's pretty interesting right now. He's got a decent attack strength. He buffs his allies with attack and defense, so he's still a pretty interesting unit. Just maybe not as powerful as his EZA form, obviously, which is a little bit of a bummer, but it's all pretty good. So yeah, obviously really enjoyed Dokkan, really been enjoying it, and yeah, I thought I'll just talk to you guys about that, and then we'll take a look at my box once we're done with obviously maxing out good old Goku here. In terms of his hidden potential system, by the way, in case anyone's wondering, you mainly want to go additionals. When he EZAs, he essentially gains the ability to have crit chance added for every key orb he gets. So just 5 key orbs gives him a 35% crit chance, which is obviously quite a lot. And if you give him additionals, he will continue to raise the attack and defense of your allies quite significantly. He's got like a 30% attack and defense buff on his 18 key and a 20% one on his 12 key. So getting both means you kind of like going to double buff your units, which should be really good. So yeah, from that aspect, he's pretty damn good. Obviously, this Goku is technically free to play, but you will not be seeing him in any free to play guides or anything like that coming up. I think asking players or showing players a team build that utilizes a unit that requires you to log in for 1,000 days is pretty nuts, because it's not something anyone can obtain through grind or hard work. It's just time and dedication to logging in every day, which isn't hard. A lot of people who don't like log in, or say they're not logging in or taking a break, I completely understand taking a break from the game, but just simply opening it up to log in and collect one free stone a day just doesn't sound like a lot of effort. And I know people will think it's a lot of effort, but yeah, realistically, you should at least be opening up the app and closing it. Like, it takes all of a minute and 20 seconds of your time maximum, even if you're on an old ass Android device. And yeah, you just, you can do it. Like, I believe in you. You can log in. So yeah, realistically, I won't be using this guy for any show, well, any teams or anything, or team building guides, but he is there, and well, we will do a little review on him and see what he's like. So yeah, but now to get down to my box. So we'll talk about my LRs first, well, my 100% units first, I should say. My favorite 100% unit is the physical Gogeta. I know they've aged a lot now, but they were the first like big time unit I ever really rainbowed. Dokkan Fest LR and everything, and they're just really cool to me, and they're still pretty useful nowadays. I've used them in a lot of recent hard content, and they still hold up. I mean, they take damage, but they still hold up. I've got a Rainbow Margin Vegeta. He's pretty damn awesome. I love the card art on this guy. I think it's still the best card art in the game, and his 12 key is actually really, really cool now from a attack perspective. The next like big unit I remember rainbowing is this Frieza. Obviously, he's super powerful with his level 10 links. I think I've shown that in my showcase of him. So he's exceptional, and he was really cool to rainbow even beforehand. And then we've obviously got this in Gogeta. I actually rainbowed this guy way before they started easy-Aing anybody, and I was so bummed because I actually got the AGL movie Gogeta, and he was still way better than the Rainbow Int one. But yeah, they're really cool. And then obviously my favorite unit in the game, Trunks, because Trunks is my favorite character, in case people didn't realize. And then of course we have Vegeta, transforming Vegeta, who I also really dig, and I actually rainbowed on one banner. It's like my biggest success story technically. But yeah, that's probably my like favorite 100% units, I would say. Then if we get to the LRs, obviously I've got quite a few LRs. I think I'm missing 8 LRs in total, or something like that on the global side. So yeah, we'll see. Obviously, I kind of do spread out my stones, so a lot of the times I just have one dupe in a unit. There's very few I have like 2 dupes in or anything like that. I have 1 dupe in this Kale and Caulifla, who, by the way, are part of my favorite team, or one of my favorite teams in the game, Universe 6. So yeah, that's just my like one of my go-to teams. I just love them so much. And then we have the Super Goku Vegeta Angel Vegito fusion combination unit, which I think the animations are just so top tier on that card. And then we also have this Boo, who I think is so criminally underrated. And if we get an LR Kid Boo at some point, that guy's value is just going to skyrocket, because I just think he and that Boo, he needs like one more good Boo to make his Majin Buu power team unstoppable. Like, I just find them so good. I also have the World Tournament Piccolo with 2 dupes, even though I never managed to do that World Tournament. I've been getting very lucky on my World Tournament ticket summons, so that's always great. And you get all these World Tournament units like Demon King Piccolo and that, which I'm hoping when they do an EZA in future, they'll really buff up that Int Piccolo, and we can use him on a Namek team, and just like use him in general. He just needs that buff. He needs that big boy buff. But then beyond that, I thought maybe we'll just talk about some other units that I really like and that I just like using in general. Obviously I've got quite a few units and all that, so I think what we'll do is we'll take a look at my favorite teams and then we'll talk about those. So we've got a fusion team. I obviously did a Gogeta showcase on this team, but this is actually my fusion team that I like rocking. I am a big Gogeta fanboy because of his abs. Then we've got Universe 6, one of my favorite teams in the game, literally indestructible at certain points. I'm busy link leveling them. Future, they're all fully link leveled. They're my favorite team in the game, like absolute favorite team in the game because of Trunks, obviously very Trunks themed. Android Cell Saga I think was the strongest saga for me, or at least one of the ones I enjoyed the most, so it's nice to have a team for them. Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, Cell, Android 16, 17, 18, Return of the Red Ribbon Army. It's just like a perfect kind of, I don't know, I just really enjoyed the storyline there. And I enjoyed the journey and progress that Gohan made like throughout that whole season, the whole like culmination of his arc really. Then we obviously have a Majin Buu power team. This is the one I was talking about. If I can just get like 2 more Buus, if I can get the Tech Buu and then maybe we get like 1 more LR Buu, that team is gonna be insane. The youth Goten Kid Trunks team, I absolutely despise Goten and Kid Trunks in the show. Well, I don't despise them. I find them really underutilized. I want to say I don't despise them. They are underutilized. And yeah, I just like using their super powerful units in the game, and I think Gotenks is a really cool card. So I think they're really underutilized in the show, personally. So I end up utilizing them here. But that team is super powerful and super fun. So yeah, something I really enjoy using. And then I think, you know, if we're to talk about units I don't have, because obviously like everyone else, they're units that have just evaded me. Probably my biggest shafts or units that I really missed out on or really do want to get in future. This Super Saiyan Goku I dropped like 600 stones on, didn't get him. Videl I really wanted, I dropped like 500 stones on her, didn't get her, which was a little bit bumming for me personally, because she's really cool and I like the Pepe Girls team. So yeah, and the Defenders of Justice team is cool. This Goku that came out last year, was it the year before? But this Goku, he's so awesome. I really do want him, and I never got him. I dropped like 700 stones on him. I'd saved up for so long. And then in Future Gohan, who everyone thinks is trash anyway, but I still really want, because Future Gohan is like my favorite character. But that's going to be it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, stay safe, and I'll see you next time. But until then, take care, and bye.